We are live on Channel 4. Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
I know, I thought I'd
starting off
start off
strong.
strong.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of starting off strong, this image, real or fake?
My gut instinct says fake.
Mm-hmm.
However, this poor cable management is indicative of any large business with a server room. So
That is very true.
I will. You know what? I am going fake.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think an AI can manage all this hecticness going on?
Yeah. Plus, nothing's pushed into the server rack properly, so that's my only guess. So try and make it aesthetic.
You are correct, it is fake.
Oh, thank God. I'm
You
back
have
on my streak.
chosen wisely.
It's a hands on the phone in a lap that does it as well.
Yeah, she also looks um, a bit cell shady.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of looking a bit cell shady, how long, April, should you like to be buried after you died?
I mean, preferably forever,
No,
but
but
I'm
like
gonna.
how? Look, let's say you've died. How long between death and burial?
Oh, well, your body can look okay without embalming anywhere up to 2 to 3 days. With embalming, it's normally a week to 2 weeks that your body will look the best. So I'll say at the most, if you're not being kept in the freezer, probably 2 days. But for me personally, the sooner I'm in the ground, the better.
Well, you should tell that to this person because Stone Man Willie, mummified man to be buried after 128 years on display in Pennsylvania.
Oh, bless him.
I mean, he's looking good for 128.
Very much so. I mean, it always confuses me about the way that humans go about their burials and things like that, because to some people that would be, you know, very sacrilegious for him not to be buried straight after he dies. But for other
Yep.
people, it's like they're already dead. They don't give a fuck. So, I hope that whatever religion Stone Man Willie had, he's okay with what's happening now, and I'm hoping
That's
his
true. I
burial
mean,
brings his
logically,
ancestors peace.
you'd have to hope he's at peace after 128 years.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a really long purgatory.
Mm-hmm. Just
Now,
sitting there watching people gulp at your body.
which would you like, felt or bagel?
Bagel.
Not felt?
I don't know the context, so I'd rather eat something.
Okay, well, what about felt bagel? Because British artists' latest project is shop where all the bagels are made of felt.
What is um
It's
what is
pointless.
happening?
I hate it. It's
What
it's
is
from an artist who wanted to make 30,000 pieces to recreate the look and authentic feel of a Jewish bagel shop.
okay? I mean, I wonder how much she was paid to do this.
I don't know, but I mean, you know when you're just like,
What's gonna happen with all that afterwards as well?
yeah, but like for me, it feels like I think she's happy with it. You know what I mean? Like she's clearly put work into it. But as an artist, I'm just like, I, why? It
I
feels
mean,
like
if,
someone who's being more artsy than they need to be. Just like I'm going to sit in a room and stare at people, which was an actual art show. There was a woman who literally sat on a chair and offered you to sit down, and she just stared at you for a few seconds, and then you left.
so what I want to know is if can you go into the shop with let's say a fiver, and then build your own Jewish bagel to take home, and you get something out of it,
The
because that
thing
would be
is,
cool, and that would be more like a thing.
I'd like to assume so, but what? There's no prices on the board. Oh, the custom bagel sells for $250.
Fuck off.
Do you not want the custom bagel?
Not for 250 fucking quid for a felt bagel, you can fuck off.
But it's felt. Only the premium, the most premium of things, felt.
Mate, I would pay 450 quid for a bagel I could eat.
I mean, I hate the feeling of felt.
It's
It
just not your
makes me
thing.
physically recoil. I hate the feeling of felt. It's horrid. So going into here, I would hate it.
You'd have to go in a straitjacket so you wouldn't touch anything.
Oh my god. This is a nightmare going into this place for me. I hate it.
I really don't like her orange hair. It makes her look funny. Is it
Yeah.
orange hair or is it blonde hair? Or she just got
It's
something in her
blonde hair with like an orange bow. You know who she looks
Oh,
like?
I'm glad.
She looks like a presenter from like Blue Peter in the 90s. Doesn't she?
Yeah,
She looks
she
like
does.
she looks like she's heard about Michaela Strachan
Mhm.
and she's like
Yeah,
that's the look I want.
exactly. Hmm.
Honestly, if she comes in a yellow cagoule, we're golden. Now, in speaking of art, do you
Mhm.
think you'd get away with making fake art?
It depends on what art, because there's quite a lot of people out there who know what they're
Classic.
talking about.
Like good famous pieces.
Mm, I think I would be shit, but if I had practice, I'd be all right because I'm okay at copying things to start with. I don't think I could get paid for it though. These are
Well,
pieces I would have to keep in my own house.
you see, a museum employee swaps paintings with fakes and sells the originals at auction.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Wow. How many?
At least
All
four
paintings.
paintings. He copied while he worked there for 2 years. He used the money to pay off debts, then buy luxury
Rolls-Royce.
goods.
Hey, if they don't know that paintings are changed over, that's not necessary.
I mean, over the course of 2 years, you would have thought someone would have noticed,
Mhm.
unless they're just an amazing artist. You know what I mean?
I want to know if he's went in there with like a cat suit on, ninjaed himself through the lasers, picked one off the wall and replaced it, and then ninjaed back out, or if it's just the case that he was in the back galleries where they all get stored until they replace them on viewing and nick them from there. Because I tell you what, if he Mission Impossible himself in, that would completely make my day, and I'd want to be that person.
The employee's thefts were discovered when the Provence researcher noticed that Das Mädchen von Frochsiger was quite a clumsy copy, despite being in the right frame.
Oh, this is hilarious. He said he acted without thinking. The court ruling read, he can no longer explain his behavior today.
Oh, God. Would you say, speaking of
Mhm.
money, would you say that China likes capitalism?
Oh, it's one of its favorite things.
Does like a good bit of capitalism? Because
Hmm.
over in China, China's AI-powered online sellers can now sell you stuff 24/7.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that
just
Lady
AI.
Dare AI?
Yep.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Now here is thing. Do you want to buy thing? Ah, here is thing. Do you want to buy thing? Look at this thing. Want to buy thing? Aren't they communist?
At this point, I don't know.
The idea of selling stuff 24/7 is like dystopian capitalist.
Hmm.
But what do I know? Now, over in the UK, April, can you tell me what's happening at Minge Lane?
It's where all the pussy gets ate.
It does. Well, speaking of eating, I guess trimming is more the idea because
Trimming bush?
exactly because the council starts trimming Minge Lane and everybody's making the same joke.
Well, it's about time it got a good trim, I can tell you that.
It does. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need to trim Minge Lane.
Exactly. What I want to know is how many people have stolen that sign, because this is on my top priority to steal now.
I mean, almost certainly quite a lot. Have you not seen it's like literally embedded into the bottom of a wall so no one can
That's what
fucking
I'm
see it?
thinking. Normally they don't go there.
like probably one of the weirdest things was like fucking in like America. There was like a that's a small like town or something, and like they replaced their sign with just a giant rock, like a boulder, and it still got stolen.
No way. I'm gonna live on Minge Lane. Where is it?
It is in south end of Upton upon Severn,
That sounds
on
like
the south
somewhere
bank
where
of
it's
the river
absolutely grim.
Severn, not far from the city of Worcester or Gloucester, and
Oh,
the
Worcester
town
and
of
Gloucester.
Cheltenham.
Oh, it's near Cheltenham.
Yeah,
Oh, that's posh as fuck.
I mean that's why there's loads of minge there. An entire lane.
Minge gets attracted by poshness.
Now, can you describe how vanilla tastes?
Hmm. Okay, so it's like a sweet. It's very intense,
Mm-hmm.
and it's quite. It's like a mixture between sugar and honey
Okay,
in its own
that's
way,
good.
with a sweetness.
Would you say it tastes plasticky?
Well, it shouldn't.
Well, I mean, you see, this vanilla is made with recycled plastic, and it's probably safe to eat.
The fact that you said probably really throws me off. Okay, let's have a look.
It's probably safe to eat, okay?
Right, hold up. So she's done this in design school.
Yes.
Why has she made it with recycled plastics?
I love that while no one has tasted it yet, it is supposed to taste like vanilla.
But
it could just taste like a bag.
But like, she made it herself. This
yes.
thing, or right? Okay, so that's absolutely fine. If she's bought it from somewhere else, then she's fucked up. But if she's trying to make vanilla out of recycled plastic, then good on her.
I mean, she once, like, she heard about a species of worm that can digest plastic bags, and she's like, can humans eat plastic?
Oh, she needs to stay in school a bit longer, clearly.
Well, I mean, that got her thinking about the ice cream, you see. No one's tasted it, probably not even her, because even she has at least some common sense to not eat a fucking bag.
The thing that gets me is that it's a final year project at design school.
Oh yeah.
So she's clearly went all out for this and designed her own thing, but without eating it, I don't know if she can get a score or not.
I know, it's like, I've made edible plastic. Right? Do you want to try it? No, I mean, I'm not the examiner. Have you tried it? Well, no, I'm not the examiner. Right. I see. Okay.
Yep. I mean, good on her for inventing something, I suppose.
Well, speaking of foods, April, you know, next door to mine.
Yes.
Should we do something on the weekend? I think we should get. I think I will maybe have a drink of red.
Oh.
Or blue, perhaps. And I have noticed
nice.
that there is a sour soda.
You've got to be kidding us.
Yes, it is toxic waste.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So, if Leah's down, you can acquire some red, some blue, and some toxic.
Becky wants some blue.
But speaking of toxic, spice. How good are you with spice? I am terrible. I can't do spice.
I am reasonably okay. I would put myself in the middle road of spice.
I'll put myself in white person.
Before we go any further, I bought Lee a spicy ketchup from a man in a market.
Yes, old Dodgy Dave.
Not spicy ketchup, it's hot sauce.
Oh, sorry, it's just hot sauce. I've been corrected.
Yeah, hot sauce is just spicy ketchup.
Very much so. I agree with you there, Mackie D. But the thing that I find hilarious is that I said, can I have the one that's more flavorful instead of spicy? So I got the one in the middle where he said, oh, okay, this one's like middle of the road. I decided to taste some, and now I can't taste anything anymore.
Well, would
Getting
you
back
like
on the
to
roll,
meet Iron Guts?
Iron guts, hells yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, with Lee's level of spice tolerance and sour tolerance, you may be calling him Iron Guts soon. For you see, this is Gregory Iron Guts Barlow, who holds the Guinness record for the most Carolina Reaper peppers eaten in a single sitting.
He ate
160.
60 Carolina Reapers in a
Yes, he
single
ate a
setting.
kilo of these peppers in one sitting.
Um,
He doesn't even like eating chili peppers or hot sauce, but he loves the
I-
attention.
oh my lord, okay. Wow. I do not want to be that dude's toilet. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that he's called Iron Guts. Like,
I mean,
it's
so he's
like a
not gonna
really
shit himself.
shitty. It's a really shitty Iron Man.
He's not gonna shit himself, or he's gonna shit himself really hard.
No, I mean, he's like fire is going to come out of his rear end. He is going to sound like a car backfiring.
He would sound like a car backfiring, wouldn't he? That just sounds painful.
Gregory Iron Guts Barlow. God. He wouldn't let anything stand between him and his record. Like,
Wow.
health.
Living.
Now, how old do you think... what's the cut-off point in age to stop being a boy band? Or is there a cut-off age?
You cut out there, and all I heard was, is there a cut-off age?
So is there a cut-off age, or what is the cut-off age to stop calling yourself a boy band?
Oh, I would like to say after 25, but if Boyzone and 5 and what else are they called, Westlife, can still call themselves that nowadays, then there is no limit, clearly.
There is no limit. Interesting you say that, because these are the old kids on the block. Members of Japan's
Aw.
geriatric boy band who are all over 65.
Oh, that's adorable. Look
Yeah,
at them
they
in their
age
little
between
suits.
65 and 87.
Aww.
And
I would like
they
to
do
listen to
J-pop
some of them.
and K-pop, just like other boy bands.
Bless you.
Bless you. You see, Lee is allergic to K-pop.
Old K-pop.
Yeah, old K-pop. This is the classic shit.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Look at them go. No, thank you.
I wonder what they're singing about. Do you want me to-
I have no idea.
Do you want me to pre-cut your apples and wipe your ass for you? No, thank you. We're not that old.
And I was young. I'd assume so, because that's how age works. But that's one of their songs.
Oh, it sounds like something I'm gonna go and listen to after the stream's over.
Described by their record label as ordinary grandpas usually working as fishermen or bamboo union heads.
What the hell is a bamboo union head?
I have no idea, but just nod and smile in Japanese.
Okay, that's what I'm doing right now.
Now, marriage.
I didn't want to get married, but now I do. 'cause
Have you
Lee's lovely.
heard about separation marriage?
Is this married to someone that lives in another country?
You know what? You're pretty much spot on, Nyan, because separation marriage is a married couple that have never lived in the same home.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to marry someone, there shouldn't be any limits to that. I mean,
Yeah.
considering that I'm working in civil service and I deal with like whether or not people are married now, like legally, no, but in my own personal opinion,
It
That's absolutely
essentially they say it allows them the benefits of being married and being single.
Yeah.
So they've been married for many years and even have a child, and they live an hour apart from each other, but they've never shared a home.
I mean, it's like when people get separate beds when they're married.
That's true.
because-
I mean, separate beds is an interesting idea. I'm totally down for separate beds and like a big size nice bed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, if I can't afford a massive bed and I have two beds, I'm not feeling well and want to go sleep in another bed, that's fine. If people
Yeah.
want to do that permanently, good on them. They found a solution to a thing in their relationship that doesn't work properly,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they're getting good night's sleep and being healthy because of it. They're still sharing a relationship. So people who get worked up over different styles of
I think the
relationships
only
never
thing,
really understand
like,
the way
literally,
that
I'm
life
fine
works.
with this. The only question I have is, how's the kid deal with it?
True. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've explained it properly to your child, this is what happens between mum and dad. You go see dad every half week, and mum takes you for the rest of the half week.
I guess
If
so.
you're
I
okay
guess
with that, then
if
that's
they'd
okay.
always been doing it, then I guess it's just a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
Now, how, if you were a man, would you hide your infidelity from your girlfriend? What would you do?
I should hope that I wouldn't cheat on anyone to start with,
I know, but
considering
let's say hypothetically you're a man and you have.
and I would like to hide my infidelity from my
Yes,
partner.
from your girlfriend.
Okay, I would have a burner phone, I suppose.
Oh, burn a phone. Okay, interesting, interesting. What if you burnt your body?
Burnt my body?
Yes, because you see, a man fakes his own kidnapping to hide his infidelity from his girlfriend.
Some people pay a lot of good money on kinky websites for that.
Australian man from Wollongong called his girlfriend to tell him that he was meeting his finance guy when he was going to see his mistress. And then he was apparently kidnapped. He wasn't. He wasn't kidnapped. He was lying. He's an idiot. He's an asshole.
Wow.
Like, could you not just talk to them?
That's a valid point. I would much rather just be honest and be like, yo, I've stuck my dick in this. Can we break up?
It's just weird. Could you not, like, talk to people? Do people not talk anymore? Makes me sound
Apparently
so
not.
old.
Yeah. It makes me sad that people bring themselves into this.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, well. At
since
least
we're
we're
on-
nice, Mackie D.
True. But speaking on the idea of dating, if
Mhm.
you were a man and
Mhm.
you'd recently met a beautiful woman and you've
Mhm.
asked them to go and have a lovely meal with you, what would you do with the bill?
I would split the bill. I always
Okay.
split the bill on dates.
And what if you had suggested splitting the bill?
Then if she says yes, awesome. If she says no, then I'll be a bit questioning as to, whether or not the
As to
second
why.
date's there. But if she says she can't afford it and I can afford it, I'll pay for it, but I won't go on a second date with her.
That's fair. Okay, that is a fair assessment. Well, you see, this man reports first date to police after she refuses to split the
Oh.
bill.
Oh. Well, at the
He's-
end of the day, she's not contractually obligated to do anything for her, so I suppose
True.
go
I
good
mean,
on
like,
him.
the bill was pretty hefty, $165.
Yeah, no, definitely call the
Pretty
police because if she's
hefty bill.
paying a fucking way, yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess so. I guess the police can. Yeah. I mean, I guess the police can do something about it because it's essentially stealing.
Mhm.
Now, if you were a Japanese company like Capcom and didn't want to be bought out by Microsoft, how would you refuse?
No, thank you.
Yeah, sounds pretty nice. Yeah, it seems that Capcom would gracefully decline.
Oh, at least they're doing it gracefully. Come on.
That's true. That is true.
Mhm.
But obviously, what if it wasn't so gracefully and you're trying to sell games to people? What do you think about pirated games? Do you think a company should sell pirated games of its own games?
I mean, you're asking the wrong person because I'm gonna say yes.
Because you see, Rockstar sold pirated copies of its games on Steam, which then triggered anti-piracy measures on Steam.
Wow. I suppose the anti-piracy stuff works.
Yeah, but it's Steam's anti-piracy stuff. They're just like, well, this is clearly not thingied. And they were just like, oh shit, we've released the pirated version. I mean, these are old games as well, by the way. Like, it's Manhunt and There's another one as well. It was like a weird racing game. Yeah, Mad Hunt, Max Payne 2, and Midnight Club 2.
Oh.
But they were just selling pirated versions, which is very jarring. I mean, I even God, it's like when they re-released the Mass Effect game, and they just lost some of the data, so they're just like, we'll figure it out.
I've never understood the intricacies of piracy and things, but what it sounds like they've done is that they've just downloaded the pirate version and then tried to sell it back on.
Almost certainly. Now, do you remember what happened to Flappy Bird, and specifically what happened to its creator?
I mean, I remember the Flappy Bird game, but I don't know what's happened to the creator. Is this juicy gossip?
This was a while ago. So Flappy Bird was actually taken off the App Store by its creator, because he was saying that it's too addictive, and he didn't want to deal with it.
I mean, fair enough.
Because people were addicted to it, apparently.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, for my own sanity, I'm taking it off.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a new game called Only Up, which is very much like Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It. And Only Up is taking it off sale on Steam for his own peace of mind and healing.
Is it filled with like secret messages or something?
It was filled with stolen assets. So
there you go.
To be fair, it was filled with stolen assets, but then he fixed that. But there's a good chance, like, he was a bit stressed entirely because he had to, change a few things with stolen assets. But the game itself is remarkably popular. Like, people are doing it. It's riding on the wave, like Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It was riding on the wave.
Ah, okay.
Now, do you know about Baldur's Gate 3?
I do, yes.
Obviously, we need to play D&D again. I do miss a good bit of D&D. But what people were saying about Baldur's Gate 3's companions is they're remarkably horny. Now, what if I told you that was a bug?
It's just like being horny.
Yep, just how like Gandhi and Civ gets really aggressive because of a bug. Baldur's Gate 3 game bug made its characters too horny. It was just a bit of bad code. Like, anytime you would do something and a character would say, like, oh, I really like that thing, they would really like that thing. And it would send their, like, love through the roof. So, like, one of the first characters it's very easy to, like, do stuff with to make them, like, happy is a character called Gale. And everyone was like, yeah, Gale would, like, in the early days, Gale would just bang anyone the second he saw anyone. But that was entirely a bug. Gale is not meant to be that horny. They've tweaked it for a few characters, but it's hard for some of the others to, like, get tweaked down so it's actually viable.
Wow. I like that. It's too hard to make them not horny.
Yes. And these are AI.
Oh, God. So it's run on AI as well.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Well, now, how would you prove, using animals, that you are protected by God?
I would not be eaten by a crocodile.
Crocodile, that's a good guess. You know what? There is an alligator-related story, but we'll go to that after. You see, Pasta allegedly goes into Lion's cage to demonstrate divine protection.
This is like the dude who turned around and said that the snake won't bite him because God was there with him, and then he got bitten by the snake and died.
I love this, Lo. Like, why are you slapping the young lion? You're literally pissing off an animal.
Nobody knows.
And even letting them chew on his hand. I mean, the second that this fucking lion decides to just bite down, you're fucked, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you mentioned a crocodile, and I mentioned an alligator. And the reason I did is because emotional support alligator named Wally denied from entering a stadium.
As he should be, yes.
Are you saying that my emotional support alligator can't enter my American football game?
I am indeed, yes.
But
And you know what? I will say that until the day that I die.
there's no rule saying that alligators can't play American football.
There is now.
That's true. Suppose true. Now, do sheep eat weed?
um I'm gonna say yes.
Well, these certainly did, because keep off the grass. A herd of sheep eats 100 kilograms of cannabis in Greece after Storm Daniel floods.
Oh shit. 100?
Yeah, 100 kilograms of cannabis.
Wow.
Yeah, a herd of sheep struggling to find fresh grass and doing the food storage of the flood began eating large parts of a cannabis crop.
I mean,
They invaded a
the sheep
greenhouse
get
producing
stoned 'cause if
medical cannabis.
it's medical cannabis, so that sucks, but does sheep get stoned?
Well, I don't know if it's the owner of the crop
I don't know
tool
if it's for
website. I
laughing or
don't know if it's for
crying.
laughing or crying.
Oh no.
And now this, the herd entered the greenhouse and ate what was left. I don't know what to say, honestly.
Oh, bless them.
Yeah, it seemed they did get shit-faced at least a bit, but I mean, I guess they were just trying to find food, so... Now, April.
Well, a sheep got a meal at the end of the day. I can't be mad.
I do have some rather troubling news for you.
Oh man, really?
Yep. Over in America, the government might be getting shut down. Now,
The bad news?
yeah, that I don't give a shit about. But the
Yeah.
bad news is that a government shutdown could affect Fat Bear Week.
Oh shit! No,
I know.
This is.
Now you see, if funding runs out, many agencies are not permitted to update their social media, thus stopping Fat Bear Week. I
Dun,
know.
Dun, dun.
Now, Fat Bear Week is a week that we all love over here. So I thought, to get us through these dark times before we go on to the beautiful spooky game, we should look at the Fat Bear Week Hall of Champions.
This is beautiful.
So, the
Look
inaugural
at the
Fat Bear...
size of Bednose.
Oh, I
Or
know.
Bead Nose.
Bead Nose. Otis, pretty big. First winner,
He's-
Otis.
He's pretty big, but at the same time, that's not a very flattering photo of how fucking chunky he is.
No,
It needs
no.
to be a big chunky photo.
Bead Nose was next in 2015. Who do you think won in 2016? Now, these two will repeat a lot.
Who do I think win?
Yeah, do you think any of these win, or will there be a new competitor?
I think a new competitor will come in and be like just wiping the floor with everybody.
No, it's Otis!
Otis again.
And Otis again!
Ah, Otis knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like, Otis won both years back to back. He's a big boy.
He's a very big boy. Like in the 2017 photo, his belly's nearly scraping the ground.
Oh yeah, that's a fat bear. That's a thick bear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least with the water, I was giving him some, leeway. But nah. Now, who do you think is in the next 2 years? Do you think Bead Nose, Otis, do you think any of them will come back?
I hope Bead Nose makes another appearance.
Okay. Bead Nose, do you think any new competitors might appear?
I mean, I hope so. Otis
Well-
needs to be dethroned.
The next 2 years, Bead Nose is back.
Yay!
Now, Bead
Look at
Nose
the
is thick
fucking
there.
size of Holly.
Holly is thick. Holly won 2019.
Jesus wept. She deserves 2019. She's
Yeah, she was the
huge.
first bear who was not Otis or Bead Nose.
Yeah.
Now we're getting
Remember
close.
747?
You know what?
Ah,
There he is. It's our boy. 747. Obviously, Otis came back with a fucking vengeance in 2021. But do you remember who won in 2022?
Was it 747?
It
Oh no,
was
we wanted it.
747.
Yes, it was. Haha.
It's our boy. More than 1 million votes.
She's a young adult female, so she needs a name. Maybe.
Bertha.
Oh, Big Bertha. Yes.
I mean, like, she's won the competition twice. Bertha is a solid name. Oh,
It's
and
a beautiful
Fanny.
name. Oh, Fanny's good. I was going to suggest Fanny.
But yes, that is the end of Weird News. But that is not the end of the stream.
Mm.
For we're doing Spookums.
Oh, very spooks.
I know. But yes, we shall be right back. We're back in the world of
Oh.
Spookums. Well, we're on a train. Sandwich?
There's a bottle of Coke is on its side and it makes me uneasy.
Okay. Private C. Sleeping C. This is where all the pumpkin spice goes.
Mm-hmm. World Smile Day in the toilet.
I know. And Bussaba.
Oh, I've read that one before.
Oh, Bussaba. You've read Bussaba?
Mhm.
Is it a good read?
I mean, it's a bit chewy and it talks about a lot of political stuff, but if you're down
okay.
for that type of stuff, it's good.
I just read it for the articles, I swear.
Yeah, yeah. That page 3, man.
Oh,
Whew.
well, wow. Hold on, wait there.
I didn't realize you could turn Rumble on.
Yeah, that's not what we want, though. I've just noticed that the stream is dying.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh wow, the frames are dying, and I have no idea why. This is not good. Maybe my computer's overheating. We may need to end it, actually,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Nelly. Okay.
Well-
do you want to restart the stream?
No, I don't think it's gonna work. I think my computer's just overheating.
Okay.
we'll keep it going, and if I see a proper frame rate drop, then we'll have to call it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold up. Go back to the toilet. Why would you put a window in the toilet?
I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, the frame rates are dropping. We'll have to call it there.
No worries.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Right, well, thank you for watching. I apologize for ending it, but yes, we shall catch you later.